Okay guys, this video is going to go over the stats that you want to have when you start entering the actual endgame on this game. We're going to kind of just go down the list on the left side here because this is really all you have to worry about. Everything else is very brief and you don't really need to be that in depth. So starting off with power score, for those of you wondering what power score you need to be for the end game, you do not really need a requirement of power score. You can realistically start doing end game at about 18,700. I've mentioned that before in my power score video. But once you're at about 20,000, that's when you should be good enough for the end game, and you should have an idea on what builds that you want to make and what weapons you want to use, etc. Now for your primary attributes, the core attributes. These are attributes that are going to severely help out how your build works in the game, and they are also going to guide you in the direction of if you want to be more damaging, more tanky, or if you want to be more techy. In my opinion, I just like firepower, so I like doing a lot of damage. That's why my firepower stat is the highest. My second highest is going to be toughness because it will allow me to survive longer in any situation, PvE or PvP. Your DPS stat is going to be very situational. For those of you that don't know how DPS works, please read the actual DPS breakdown right here. This basically takes into account headshotting every single time, every single talent being procced when you shoot. If your gun, for instance, like the Lady Death, has a talent that, like the Breathe Free, where if you walk you get extra damage per bullet, then this also takes into account. If you were to walk around right now, my DPS would no longer be 144, it would actually go up. So again, don't take this into account. This is a fake number and you have to be under optimal conditions. So again, please read it and learn how your build actually works before you look at this number and care about it too much. Now the armor. This is literally just a percentage base. It's not a one-to-one number. It is a percentage based on how much damage that you are not going to take. For instance, if an enemy is hitting you for 10,000 damage, it's probably not actually going to hit you for 10,000 damage. It's going to be somewhere between, 2 or 3 less damage points than the actual 10,000 that it's going to hit you for. As for health, health is actually converted into healing by a specific percentage. You would find that out just by looking through your actual abilities and reading the description when you scroll down. As you guys can see right here, healing converted from health, 0.46%. So that's why I have a lot more health. Doesn't really matter though, guys. If you have 120,000 HP but you're a DPS, it doesn't really matter. As long as you have a good healer or support to take the fire from you, that really, like, again, it doesn't matter. You can that all into consideration. The only other thing that you guys really need to worry about end game is what OS protocol that you have. You do not need a purple or a gold. You literally could be using a green. This is actually the one that I use currently on my bulwark, simply just because I like being a DPS, and this is a really easy one for me to put on and basically be a tank. It's like fake tank, essentially, built into it. This is just one that I found to be convenient. There's probably a bunch more that would be even better, but this one just works really well for me. So yeah, don't feel peer pressured to have a gold or a purple. And if you don't already have a gold or a purple, you can farm them. I have plenty of videos on how to farm all of that stuff. And now into the next thing. Now we're going to talk about the mods. If you don't already have all of your mods fully upgraded, which even myself, I don't have them fully upgraded, but if you don't have them fully upgraded, again, I do have another video on how to farm these, but mods and attachments go hand in hand. They all come from hostile nests, and the reason why you want to level these is because they give you primary and also the attribute bonus stats. So for instance, this one mod right here gives me 190 armor, which is a huge boost to my overall armor count, especially when you combine it with a bunch of the other ones that I have that are also pretty god roll considering. So as you can see, I have a bunch of extra stats just from these mods alone. And yeah, they are a huge help. The weapon attachments, which is another great boost to power score, but again, this is really just about your overall damage and your stats. So again, late game, you're going to need to be hitting harder or you're going to need to be surviving longer. These things also make a humongous difference. Please do not sleep on these. Every one of these are also a slight boost to either stat. So a raw stat, by the way. So 5 engineering, 6 toughness, and 8 firepower. These aren't one to one, so for those of you curious, again, these stats right here do not translate one to one. These are actually a boosted stat. So instead of 6, you might be getting 8 or 9. I don't really know the exact measurement yet. I haven't really done the mathematics on it yet, but still, the point is this is a much better boost than if I were to have, 1000 HP. 6 toughness would probably translate to even more than that. But yeah, hope this helps.